Okay, so good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everyone. And let me start by saying that a good beginning is a good ending. And I'm sure a good ending, you all agree, is a worthwhile experience. So it gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to this extraordinary day. That is the Step 2.0 virtual graduation ceremony, where we will celebrate the achievements of our STEP graduates who have invested their time and resources for the last 6 months throughout the program. So let me just begin with a brief background. So STEP, the Strategic Training Executive Program 2.0, is managed by People That Deliver and is jointly offered by Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance, the Global Fund, and the USAID. The STEP 2.0 Uganda chapter was implemented from June to November 2022, and the candidates were guided by a team of coaches from the private sector, which included coaches from Johnson & Johnson, MSD, and GSK. The program was basically conducted in 3 phases, which included the program preparation that started from June till July 14th, 2022. Then we had a 5 days face-to-face workshop in Entebbe from 18th to 22nd of July. And then we had the transformation challenge, which was the last phase, where participants identified a challenge that they needed to overcome and implement successfully within 3 months, starting August. We also managed to host 6 or conduct 6 webinars or discussion forums where individual participant progress was monitored or tracked to ensure that they were able to successfully implement it. And they also received the ongoing support and guidance of the coaches as well as the facilitators. So with that, let me start with the obvious, the results. You all have successfully implemented your transformation challenges, and we have 21 participants who are graduating today. So a big congratulations to all of you who are graduating. And I believe we should all take a moment to look back at what led to those achievements. This journey has been just more than exciting, not just for me, but for all of us. And we knew you had busy schedules. There were added tasks, right from pre-program assignments to full-day workshops and incessant follow-ups by me and Shruti to ensure that you completed your assignments, as well as I'm sure your coaches followed up with you as well. But now, at the end of it all, now that you've achieved it, I know I speak for all the facilitators, coaches, and the partners here that we could not have been more proud to see you grow and become leaders in your respective organizations. So with that, I would like to extend a sincere thank you and a warm welcome to everyone who is here to witness this beautiful occasion. Let me also thank our key partner, the IFPW Foundation, for helping us implement this program successfully. And also, without the support of Gavi, that is Kevin, we would not have been able to get through this journey. So with that, let me invite the Director of Empower Swiss, Prof. Paul Lalwani, to share his remarks on this ceremony. Over to you, Prof. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Shaini. Thank you so much. First and foremost, thank you, everybody, for making this happen. And I want to go back to originally the people that deliver, that helped put this together, working through so many different organizations with USAID, with Gavi, with Global Fund and others, and IFPW for bringing all the parties together, whether it was the funding, the ideas, the coaches, the private sector partners, And then the partnership really led to them believing in us, working very closely with, in this particular case, with the country of Uganda and the supply chain experts and specialists over there. So starting with that, thank you so much. The next part specifically, I'm going to also call out our director of our leadership development, Henry, whom you're going to hear from further. Thank you for taking the leadership in this. Your background and experience have been tremendous. And of course, the coaches who really were the ones who took the ideas, worked closely with the individuals and the experts, the specialists from across Uganda, and adapted your experiences, which are global in nature, connecting them with what would be needed at the national level in their environments and in their backgrounds. That's not an easy task. And many of you have 20, 30 years experience, which is fantastic, and a great opportunity for the participants to learn from as well. And I remember being in those shoes when I was learning, going back 20, 30 years ago. Fantastic opportunity. So thank you for that as well. I'm really excited and look forward to the graduation ceremony. I've heard the challenges, the difficulties, the learnings that you've had to go through, but you've all come out on top, and you've completed your various requirements to be able to graduate today. So again, a big thank you for everyone, the team that organized this and made this happen, and our guest speakers who are also here from the Ministry of Health of Uganda. Thank you for being here. It's a great honor. And as I close, I would like to apologize that I can't stay for the full ceremony, as I must catch a flight in the next 15 minutes. I'm taking this call from the airport, so you might hear some background noise, but I will mute myself. Okay. So thank you so much, everyone. Shiny, back to you.
Thanks. Thank you, Prof. Thank you so much for all your guidance and support. And safe travels. Over to George for your comments and remarks. So George, over to you. Thank you.
Thanks, Shiny, and thank you, Paul. And on behalf of IFPW Foundation, I just wanted to offer my thank yous to so many people that made this, made the course possible, and really more than just made it possible, made it a resounding success. We have trained over 500 individuals around the world on STEP leadership. I myself personally have been involved in 5 different classes, training well over 100 of those individuals. And this has been by far the best class and the best experience that we've had. And so I want to thank Empower and Kevin, the coaches, everybody that really contributed to it. But I want to take just a second to direct some remarks at the participants, and really offer my congratulations for all the things that you've accomplished. And we're getting ready to go through a graduation certification process here in a moment, but make no mistake, I'm quite certain that you probably, when you agreed to sign up for STEP, maybe didn't have really a full understanding or idea of what you were getting into. But over time, you recognized that really the 5-day course, when we all came together in Entebbe in July, was just the beginning. I mean, it was just the foundation for the concepts and the learnings that we did everything we could to impart to you. Really, the work has been on you. It's been on you to implement the concepts that you were exposed to. And I'm certain it hasn't been easy. All of us, each of you and all of us have many things in life going on. We have work obligations. We have family obligations. We have so many things that it's easy to get distracted and take our attention away from the things that we learned. But everybody here has persisted and has worked hard to implement those leadership trainings. And the final thing that I guess I would say is that I hope that one of the things that you have learned or you are certainly have been exposed to and will understand as life goes on is that learning is a lifelong process. Learning is not an event. This is not an event. This graduation ceremony is certainly an event to celebrate your accomplishments, but the learning that you've gone through so far, it will continue on for the rest of your life. And we all have an obligation to improve and learn every day. And that's what STEP has been all about. It's really been about exposing you to new concepts and allowing you to apply those in the workplace in order to improve who you are and what you are and the way that you lead in your own organizations. So in concluding, I just want to say congratulations to all the graduates on behalf of IFPW Foundation. Please understand that what you've accomplished, what you've been through, what you've accomplished is truly something special, even though at times it may not seem like that. But I hope that you will take your certificate. I hope you will frame it. I hope you will put it on the wall of your office, and I hope you will tell others about the experience that you've had. And from a personal note, if I can ever provide any support or assistance to any of you, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks so much, Shiny, for the time. Back to you.
Thank you, George. Thank you so much. Your support was really helpful throughout the program, and we could not thank you enough for that. So thank you so much. Now moving on to the facilitators of the program. Let me first start by thanking Kevin Etter, who is supposedly the stepfather of the program. This journey would not have been complete without his inputs, and not just for the participants, but also for the facilitators. I personally have learned a lot, and I'm sure Daljit sir and Henry echo my thoughts. I would also like to then invite Henry and Daljit sir, to share their thoughts and thank them for bringing their experience and expertise as well. So, Kevin, if you're there, and if you could unmute yourselves and share your thoughts and reflections on the program. Over to you. Thanks.
Sure. And thank you so much, Shiny. And thank you so much, Empower. And even more importantly, thank you so much to our participants and the 21 folks that we have on, that we've gathered here today. Congratulations, job well done. One of the things that really strikes me is when we think back, it's not been that long ago since we started our journey together. We gathered back in July, but so many things happened since then. And I was just reflecting, I know one of our participants got married during this period of time. We had, someone else, unfortunately, that was involved in an accident. Another participant lost their father along the way. And it just occurs to me that, so much of what we do and so much of this program and everything is really focused around our work environment. And we don't often stop and think about those things that are going on in our personal lives as well. And we know that our personal lives, come into play quite dramatically, every day. We've got people that switch jobs. So anyway, I just, congratulate you, So not only, was this a program you were implementing in during some, and trying to really change things at your office and in your workplace, but you were also undergoing changes within your personal lives as well. So I congratulate you. It was not an easy program. This is a certificate that is earned, and you can all take warm feelings with you that you have done the work and you've earned the certificate. So congratulations. Thank you. Back over to you, Dr. Shiny.
Thanks. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you so much. Henry, if you're there, and if you can please unmute yourself and share your thoughts, please.
Thank you, Shiny. And I'd like to address all the graduates. First of all, I would like to state that it has been an honor to work with you for the past 5 months. Before the face-to-face workshop, I had the opportunity to get acquainted with you as I reviewed the homework that you had to complete, the personality assessments, leadership style questionnaires, pre-workshop assignments, identification of a transformation challenge. And then, of course, we met in Entebbe, beautiful Entebbe, right by the famous Lake Victoria. And during the workshop, we really got down to business. It was 5 full days, long hours, a lot of material to absorb, new concepts and models to reflect on. And high among those new models was Carter's 8 steps change model. And also getting to know and to work with your coaches, fine-tuning your transformation challenge. So it was full workload during those 5 days, but it was not all work. It was a lot of fun also. I remember running around with you around the hotel grounds, taking pictures, singing and dancing and jumping around in the big, beautiful room where we were. So we worked and we played as well. And then came the time to put it all into practice, successfully implementing your transformation challenge with the guidance of your coach. So for 3 months, we regularly held team meetings. In this way, we were able to monitor your individual progress as you implemented your challenge step by step, establishing a sense of urgency, creating a powerful coalition, developing and communicating a compelling vision, etc., all the way to making it stick. And let me say this to you, I was impressed by what I saw. It was hard work, but you made it. Your resilience, your capacity to internalize and then to operationalize complex notions commands respect. And through it all, you stayed focused, and in implementing your transformation challenge, you overcame all kinds of obstacles. Nothing deterred you. You went all the way. So today, the time has come to reward and recognize you individually. Congratulations to each one of you. Now, but the best is yet to come, though. You have practiced implementing one transformation challenge. Trust me, you will have many more of those to implement in the future. Now, as more accomplished leaders, equipped with new tools, increased awareness, you are embarking on a long journey, one that will test your leadership capacities, give you an opportunity to make a difference in the projects that will be entrusted to you and in the lives of women and men with whom you will be working. The organizations, the enterprises in which you work stand to greatly benefit from your increased leadership capacities. But remember, leadership is not a solo exercise. It's about team leadership. With your skills, you have the capacity to turn any team into a winning team, one that will overcome any obstacle, confront any kind of change with humility, courage, and optimism. As Sun Tzu wrote in The Art of War, with the best of leaders, when the work is done, the project completed, the people say, we did it ourselves. So I say this to you, be the best leaders you can be, and fair winds to each one of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Henry, for those inspiring and motivating words. Thank you. I'm sure we all take back a lot of learnings from this overall experience. Over to Daljit sir for sharing his thoughts and observations amidst all the serenity that he is in Sri Lanka. Over to you.
So, thank you, Shaini. Good evening. Good evening from Sri Lanka. Morning, good afternoon, good evening to everybody who's present there. I think Henry has summed it up so beautifully that everything else that I'm going to say is going to sound superfluous. He's done a beautiful job of it, very comprehensive, and has got to the heart of what this entire program was all about. I think to me, once again, it was a huge, not only an opportunity for me to participate, for which I feel deeply privileged, but also a huge amount of learning for me. I would lay a lot of that credit, perhaps the large chunk of that credit really goes to Kevin for having designed such a beautiful program. You know, it seemed a very different program, and in fact, I had to rejig my own mind to accept it in its totality, the way Kevin had, planned it out. But it's really kudos to him that this wonderful program has been structured the way it is. That means the pre-workshop, then the workshop part of it, and most importantly, the post-event work that's happened in the last 3 years that everybody's really talked about. The preparation of the workshop allowed people to understand a bit about themselves, to understand how people can have different management styles, can have different personalities. And perhaps at that point in time, they didn't quite understand what was this all about. But once they got into the workshop, it all began to fall together. And the workshop, the way it had been structured by Kevin, was very detailed. So there was a concept, there was the explaining of the concept, and then there was the practicing of that concept on the transformation challenge that each person had actually prepared. I thought that was a very powerful way of hardwiring the learnings of all the concepts that actually been put in there. Whilst the spine of the entire program was to do with the quarter's 8-step change management model, I was particularly impressed by the bolt-ons that had been provided, whether it was about team building, whether it was about the SWOT analysis, whether it was about the importance of communication, etc., etc. There were lots of little tools that had been provided, all with a sense of meaning. And perhaps during the course of the 5 days, it may have appeared scattered because the total picture was not visible. But by the end of the program, the last day, I think it all came together beautifully as something which was very, it integrated into something which was very, very powerful. I think that the 3 months of work that's actually happened later on post-event was absolutely brilliant, because training programs often, the learnings from them die out very fast. And I think in the planning of this particular program, where there's the transformation challenge, that means it was rooted in practicality, understanding the concepts, applying those concepts, and achieving success. And I think here the roles of the coaches was absolutely admirable. Again, I was mentioning to Paul separately that one of the big successes of this program is due to the fact that we've had some wonderful coaches who have held the hands of all the participants and navigated them towards success. I think it's a brilliant thing. So overall, congratulations. I'm delighted that 21 of our participants are graduating today. It's indeed a very, very happy moment for you, and certainly for all of us. And we look forward to leveraging your expertise going forward, because you've got to become a multiplier in this entire movement of leadership development in Uganda and perhaps other countries of Europe. So thank you very much for the privilege of being part of this exalted group. Thank you, Shani. Over to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Dalveer sir. Your words are always inspiring, very strong and motivating. So thank you again. Let me now invite Dr. Daniel Kabainze from the Ministry of Health. Dr. Daniel was the one who also officiated our 5 days face-to-face workshop, if you all remember. And he is basically a medical doctor, a clinical epidemiologist, and a public health practitioner. He's currently serving as the Director of Health Services in charge of public health, as well as he supported the COVID-19 response as the National COVID-19 Vaccination Commander from the Ministry of Health. So Dr. Kabainze, thank you so much for joining us for this important occasion. I'll give you the floor to share your remarks. Thank you.
Thank you very much for having me. I want to understand that you hear me. Please just wave if you hear me. I have not had a chance to test my earpieces. Is that okay?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, thank you. I want to thank you by first start by congratulating all the graduates for a job well done. We all admire to have a training, but not only a training, but a training which aims to transform the lives of others and those we lead. I'm particularly excited. I didn't know who all the graduates are, but I'm happy and delightfully surprised to see that there are some people on my own team with whom we work part of the graduates. Congratulate you. I want to congratulate you on
Did we lose him?
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe in connection issue.
yeah.
Dr. Daniel, we're unable to hear you.
Send him a direct message.
Yeah,
Oh, he's gone.
Martha, can you please confirm if I think his yeah.
So my apologies that my
There you
internet went off. I
No
problem.
apologize. I don't know how much of what I said that you missed, so therefore that's a warning that I should keep it short, lest I don't see my final words. I want to leave all the graduates with one reflection. Now that you are transformational leaders, and John Maxwell says, great leaders ask great questions. The questions you ask your teammates should be inspiring them to look inwards to contribute to team building. I thank you for inviting me, and I congratulate all of you, and I wish you fruitful interactions with the teams as you go to practice out what you've learned. Thank you very much. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kabainze. You were kind enough to officiate the face-to-face training as well, and your presence means a lot to us. And we're glad that you could see some of your team members graduating as well. So I hope you can stay on to witness the graduation. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right.
Thank you, sir.
So, yeah. So moving on to our coaches right now, who without whom it could not have been possible to actually make this journey successful. So let me start by thanking them firstly for their valuable time and effort that they have put into this program. And so thank you so much, Barry, Jan, Jadida, Peter, Rachel, and Wolfgang for your support and persistence, without which it would have been difficult for our participants. We can start. We will allow you to share your thoughts as well on the program. So we'll start with Barry. Barry, if you can unmute yourself and share your reflections on the program. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. Can you hear me, Shiny? Can you confirm?
Yes, Barry.
Okay.
Yes, Barry.
Great. So thank you very much. So I'm very happy and very honored to be here. So this is really a privilege and a great opportunity to be to take part of this great training. I myself really benefited a lot from this training for my own personal development. I was very curious about STEP, but now I am, you know, I think the program is not designed only for those who participate, but it impact even other people with whom you are collaborating day by day. Because when I have understood, the first mindset is to teach us the leadership, and that was done everyone, coaches and participants, and that was very very impactful. I could see it in even my own behavior and also in my team, the team bridge. The second point was also to understand that you are not the one doing everything, so you need to collaborate, you need to communicate. So, and that was really very interesting as well. So that is why in the team bridge, most of, when you summarize it, they were all focused on data, the quality of data they get to enlight the decision making process. So in all the four cases, the data quality were not enough, or the way the data were analyzed were not well done. So that's why the information on which they were basing the decision in most of the time were not very well done. So, and this helped them first to understand themselves, because when you know who you are, then you will be able to be bold to commit. Because what Einstein used to say, everybody is a genius. So, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing that it is stupid. So sometimes even yourself, if you don't believe in yourself, then you cannot perform. So in this exercise, I realize even in the team bridge that we all have some potential, some capabilities, and this step program helped us to look for those capabilities we have, and also to work on it. So that is why we could all perform with different strength. So I really take this opportunity to thanks very well Judith, all my team members, Joseph, Emmanuel, and Ronald. I really see how you strive. I know the beginning was not easy, but you realize quickly that this is a teamwork. You need to go back to your team to convince them to get some budget, and also to understand the gap, why things are not going well in your challenge, to understand very well your own challenge. And that took a lot of time, and I really appreciate the workshop design, because it helped us. Even I think we spend almost 50 to 60% of our time to understand our own challenges, and that was very very crucial, because when the challenges is well defined, then it is easy to know who are the stakeholders to connect with, who are people to join. So I think they all really perform very well, and I really take this advantage to congratulate all of you. And today we can see that Joseph is got even some promotion. Judith was able to get, get on board most of the key stakeholder for to get better data and get great method for analysis. Emmanuel and Ronald as well also strive very well on that field, and I think i- um, in maybe in the continue in the upcoming weeks, they will also achieve even 100% of their transformation challenge. So thank you very much for all the organizer, and big thanks to Kevin and George, and also Empower team. I really appreciate all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Barry. Thank you so much for your kind words. Let me move on to Jadida to share her thoughts.
Great, Shiny. Good afternoon and good day to everybody on the call. So this is Jadida from JSK. I would like to start by saying that this was a great program. I think to really appreciate the team that brought us on board, the facilitators, the Empower team. It's been a great program. And like I said, at the end of the workshop, and for me, it was really a great opportunity to be able to brush up on leadership essentials and really to, to a point of reflection around, everything that you do every day and how you go about it and how you interact with other people, because it was really focused about collaborative leadership. So that part was great. It was well appreciated, and it was great that we could sit in and actually get to learn. So then the next step I think I would like to talk about is the design of the program. I mean, the framework, the 8 steps, it was a fantastic way of learning. And I think I've come to even appreciate more the framework and the design of the content in those 8 steps as we started working through the transformational challenge with the teams. So as I was working with my team is the team Butterflies, then you are able to see things coalescing and coming together as you get towards the desired results. So the other thing I'd like to say, it was a great honor and pleasure to work with the team. It's actually it's a very interesting and different experience. Being able to interact with different people who have different styles, who are trying to carry out transformational challenges that are based on different organizations. So very interesting things, and also getting to learn more about the supply chains and the challenges affecting the people around in the in the region. So I think maybe I'll just take it one at a time and just say a couple of things about the transformational challenge per participant. So I think I will start with Rachel. Rachel started out with identifying a challenge where she thought that the organization needs to sort of try and hone the supply chain, the supply chain management by creating a new unit. And after the first meeting, post workshop, it seemed like the work was done because she presented and it was accepted. And we thought that she was going to sort of have to look for another transformational challenge. But as we discussed through it and went backwards, she was able to realize actually there's more that can be done with that change and how to drive that change. And so she didn't change the challenge, but actually developed it. And it actually became quite a big thing. And she ended up, having to set up a new unit. And she even got a promotion in it in the process. So congratulations, well done to Rachel. It was interesting working with you, very focused, very committed to the process. Another teammate was Ian, who was working for the Ministry of Health. Ian basically was trying to improve the inventories for especially ARVs. Initially, he had started out with challenge that was striving to improve data at the primary healthcare, centers. But at some point after our first discussion, it looked like it may be out of sphere of control. And so that was changed, and he decided to focus on the central, the central end of things of the supply chain. And basically has been able to instill a lot of change, to drive change in ways of working with various partners, central warehousing, procurement agencies, which has led to effective inventory control, inventory management, and also being able to avert out of stock situations, and also being able to ensure that sometimes orders are expedited to make sure they're not out of stocks. We do know that ARVs are life-saving medications. So again, for his passion, his passion and commitment to this, I can only say, well done, Ian, and congratulations. And yeah, so that's what I would say. Then we had Pascal. I think Pascal is also on the call, who was part of the team. And his challenge came predefined because it's something he had been trying to work on even before starting on the workshop, trying to set up a commercial unit for the Samasha group where they would be able to avail sexual health products, contraception, at an affordable rate, just building up on the business-to-business distribution model within the country. And, initially he felt inundated. And I think one of the things that came out as feedback to the program was like, he said after he did the program, he felt that, he was able to, to define his course of action. And at the end of the day, he's been able to set up the unit with good results. It's up and running. So I would say congratulations to him as well. And I think to the entire team, what I would say, well done to everyone who participated in this program. And I think my final word would be to say, as you do whatever you're doing and building on what you've achieved so far, I think it's always good to remember that at the end of the supply chain, there's a patient whose life possibly depends on your actions. So congratulations, well done, and keep up the momentum. Thank you, Shiny. Back to you.
Thanks, Jarida. Thank you so much. I remember Jarida was unwell during the 5-day workshop, but still she managed to, be there throughout the workshop, be there for her team. And also, let me highlight, she was one of the few coaches who submitted the reports on time. I mean, I did not need to follow up with her. She was the one, without asking, she would send it out. So thanks, Jarida. Thanks for being there. All right.
Thank you, Shani.
Next is Jan. Jan, I hope you can unmute yourself.
Yes. Thank you, Shani. Yeah, hello. My name is Jan Sieber from Johnson & Johnson, and I was the coach for Team Light. And first of all, a lot of great things have been already said about the workshop. I'm not going to repeat them, but maybe one thing, personal reflection. And early on, when signing up for STEP as a coach, I did not know what to expect, to be honest. Yeah. And George shared with me, hey, Jan, you're going to gain a lot more than what you give. And I can confirm it's true. My intention was to come to help people in their personal development. But I can only say thank you to everyone, facilitators, coaches, and participants. It feels like I've learned more than what I could help people to learn themselves. And it was a great opportunity. And just thank you so much. It was a very good workshop and also for the coaches. Yeah. Now let's come to Team Light, and we have very short time. So I prepared and thought, okay, what is the thing that I'm most proud of from each of my team members? And let me start out with Brenda. And I'm not sure if she could make it today because she also has another celebration to attend to. But what I was most proud of with Brenda was that she really stepped out of her comfort zone and managed to change people's minds towards an upcoming change in her work environment. It took a lot of courage. Brenda did it, changed the way she worked, interacted with people, and had a tremendous impact and helped her organization to digitalize the procurement process. So well done, Brenda. If you can hear this, I'm super proud of you. Yeah? The next.
She's there.
Ah, nice. Glad you could make it. Okay, then we come to the next participant from Team Light, and which is Derek. And Derek, he described himself as a mystery, yeah. And for sure, if you first meet him, you do not know, okay, what character is he? And I got to know Derek as a very analytical person. So he's really very strategic and thinks things through. And with his analytical mindset, he advocated in his organization to make decisions based on data. Yeah, it's not so easy to change people's minds. And also Derek managed to do that in his organization. And now the decisions taken for procuring products are more based on the data that is available. So also great accomplishment. You can be proud, Derek, and continue the good work. Now we come to Matthew, and Kevin already elaborated that, of course, that's not only challenges inside of work, but also outside of work. And Matthew was very unfortunate because he was involved in a car accident and had to step out of the program for some time. And what I was most impressed with is how he fought his way back after the car accident. And he really displayed extraordinary engagement in the course and really changed the way he addresses challenges. And that was really, I was blown away. I thought we start from where we left off in the workshop, but he had already, developed a concept, engaged with his stakeholders, and I was super impressed and super proud of what Matthew had accomplished in such a short time, because he didn't have the full 5 months. Yeah. So Matthew, I'm super proud of you, and thank you for the good collaboration. Now, last but not least, we come to Dr. Moses, and Jedida already talked a little bit about Samasha and what the people do. Now, Dr. Moses is already a very experienced leader, and I thought, oh my God, what can I teach this guy, or how can I help him with his development? And I'm super thankful and proud of Dr. Moses, because I was not the only one coaching our Team Light, yeah, but also Dr. Moses, with his experience, helped the other participants from Team Light with their challenges and with their development. And now, building an organization like Samasha already tells a lot about Dr. Moses, right? And I was super impressed that in such a short time, 5 months, he managed to build a warehouse, hire people, bought 4 bodas, and basically revolutionized how the contraceptives are distributed in Uganda, or at least in the area around the district, right? So super impressive, Moses. I'm super proud. Thank you so much. And yeah, so that was the Team Light, but now also for all the participants, I think we've understood that becoming a leader is not easy and lifelong learning, and we need to continue to work on that. If we think about, we want to develop big muscles, we have to go to the gym and work out. And if the next day we take a look in the mirror and we see, oh, muscles didn't grow, this is also very true for leadership. Yeah, so keep practicing your leadership muscles. They don't grow overnight. It's a long process. You've done a good job so far. Keep practicing, and yeah, all the best for your careers and your future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Jan. Thank you so much. Thank you for your words of wisdom. And it's been a hard. I mean, I've had a hard time following up with Jan on the reports, on the progress reports of each of his participants. But he's been kind enough, to share it later on. Once we were at the end of the program. But yeah, thank you so much, Jan. I know you had a difficult team, but I'm sure it was a wonderful journey for you as well. So thank you.
Thank you, Shani.
Great. So up next, it's Rachel. Rachel, are you there?
Yes, I am. Thanks, Shiny. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Well, I was lucky and honored to coach the Beyond Supply Chain Solutions team. We were small but mighty, but we lacked in numbers. We made up for in spirit and dedication to learning and growing. Today, I will be talking about 2 of my participants because I have lots to say about them. I will go ahead and just say that Charles Wakita, who is graduating today, cannot join us, sadly, because he's training vaccine handlers for planned Ebola vaccination trial coming up. So very on brand for Charles, always working. But I just wanted to share briefly that, I'm very proud of Charles for his unwavering commitment to both this program and his transformation challenge. He persevered in the face of many different challenges and delays due to competing UNEPI priorities, and I commend him for not giving up and not losing sight of his vision, which I think are hallmarks of a true leader. So I just wanted to say that briefly about him. I've shared his comments with him, and he's with us in spirit today. The first person I would like to talk about briefly is Ambrose Okello. He came to STEP with a clear mission to improve ordering, forecasting, and reporting at the health facilities in his district. And within about a week or 2 of leaving us after our course time together in August, he set out to collect baseline data which he later used to create a sense of urgency with all of his stakeholders and began targeted outreach at each of the 8 facilities within his district. And through a mixed approach of evidence-based reasoning, supportive supervision, and increasing ownership and accountability, Ambrose has played a pivotal role in transforming ordering and reporting rates over the last 3 months, from a baseline of 40% to 58% to 93%. And I know he's just waiting on this month's data, and I know he's hoping for 100% on time and complete reporting rates. And so we're wishing them best of luck with that. Next, Ambrose is looking forward to packaging these successes and hoping to share them with other health facilities in other districts, and we just wish him the very best of luck. And on a personal note, I'd like to thank Ambrose for his dedication to both this program and using what he's learned to help others. He continues to embody a true leader by helping others understand his vision and why it's important, and also being there to support his teammates and colleagues every step of the way. I would personally like to thank him for being a wonderful teammate and coaching partner throughout this journey. I couldn't have done it without him. And next, I would like to move on to our other Ambrose Jakira. Ambrose came to STEP with a strong focus on his work and personal mission to mitigate stockouts and expiries before they happen. And given multiple competing challenges that impacted life-saving commodities across Uganda's health supply chains, most notably, COVID and everything that kind of was required for catch-up activities in the face of COVID, as well as the recent outbreak of Sudan Ebola virus in the country, Jakira had no choice but to jump in and start transforming how he and his colleagues anticipated and dealt with supply challenges. Through a mix of proactive stakeholder engagement, increasing ownership and accountability among his own team, and demonstrating the need for clear policy support in his leadership team, Jakira was able to accomplish the following. He communicated and gained support for his vision of a coordinated cross-system data aggregating tool that will allow for predictive stock and expiry risks across the country. And this is something that he feels is really important, and this is where I think he will end up in the long term. He was also able to mitigate numerous stockouts and expiry events across a number of therapeutic and geographic areas, including life-saving TB meds and ARVs in multiple regions. And I think that just deserves so much congratulations. And finally, he supported the institutionalization of both a call center and a transport system to mitigate risks faster in the places that need it most. From here, Jakira plans to package his learnings and successes and continue to advocate for policy support and changes to further improve Ministry of Health's ability to identify and proactively avoid stock shortages and expiries. And I would just like to thank him for his time, unwavering dedication to his work, and the energy and joy he brought to our small but mighty group. So that is it from Beyond Supply Chain Solutions. And I'd just like to thank all of the participants for their incredibly hard work.
Thank you so much, Rachel. Thank you for sharing the journey of your team. I know it was difficult as well, but they've made it. So proud of you, proud of your team. Thank you. Up next is Peter. Peter, if you can unmute everyone. Yourself. Hello.
Hello. You can hear me. That's great. It's always a pleasure to be heard. What I can say for the beginning, that I went to Uganda with a little of fear going out of Europe, and I returned with plenty of friends that the friendship will continue definitely. Even saw photographs from Francis' wedding and got unofficial but invitation to Oscar's wedding as well, or Edwin's, I'm not sure, or both. So what is in there? I really enjoyed working with all 4 members of the bees. The bees, we work together. And I really like that we formed as a team and continue as a team through the whole challenges, starting with all the people, starting in Entebbe when we went randomly chosen, but then suddenly found out that we have lots of in common from a working perspective and from other perspectives as well. Going specifically to each participant, Harriet, I really liked her smile, which is a great prerequisite for being successful when you are kind to the people around you. And I remember one situation when And Harriet is and was responsible for logistics with outbreak in Uganda. So she faced a great challenge, like in the middle of, hey, I don't have a time. And we had this discussion. I told her, and is this like a part of your work? Yes, it is. Then write it down as a part of your work. That's an interesting suggestion. And moved forward. That's what I like. So despite these challenges that hits us in the middle of some other challenges, she was able and she is able to move forward and still continue with her improvement of her team and have a different view on what needs to be done, basically broaden that view from the narrow field. For Oscar, Oscar, you were focused from the day first and even before day first, knowing what to do and how to do. And in here, I would say, similar to Rachel, Oscar and Edwin were able to raise reporting rates from 20–30% to 95%, like steadily 1 week after each other. So it's a great achievement. And it's not only reporting, because both of them, they are aware that it's for a greater purpose. And that's the best part of it. I'm doing small steps, but for a greater purpose. So with Oscar, I remember one situation. I asked him, okay, so how are you going to make it sustainable? And he told me, you know, I received a call from that facility. I don't remember the facility. And they asked me to restock the supplies. And I asked them, okay, guys, I will do that. But have you already reported your stocks? No, we haven't not. Okay, so how do I know that you need restocking? So first report it, and then we will do that. In a kind way, I'm a little bit like more direct right now, in a kind way to remember them or to remind them, hey guys, you need to report because otherwise we don't know. Same with Edwin, raising the reporting rate, fortunately, arguably, Edwin changed the job, basically like at the end of September. So it was clear during the September, but still continued to work with the other team members, mainly with Oscar, also with Harriet, also with Francis. They are in contact all together. And like even right now, we're able to get in contact. We're able to communicate to each other. And I'm especially proud that Edwin was able to include a lot of people from the beginning to the challenge, engage them, really reach to the people, explain what's in there, what's the benefits, and so on and so on. So that's the spirit of the cooperation. Include people, you will find out. And with Francis, Francis, you are a very, very experienced gentleman, I would say. And Francis showed his support again from the beginning, also to Edwin, to Oscar, communicating with Harriet as well on all the levels. What I really, really like, and what I take as maybe the biggest transformation is that the transformation from I know the solution and I'm going to tell you the solution to first, I would like to hear your suggestions and your points of view on the solution, and then let's discuss. I remember it was near the beginning when we had the discussion and Francis came, hey, we have this meeting, I have this proposal. I asked him, hey, stop a little bit, and do you know what they think? I'm not sure. He changed it, went there, gained all the suggestions, and then he was really happy. Hey, this is this points in there. So that was really perfect. Thank you for that one. Thank you for the journey, guys, and you will continue. What I would like to tell to all of you, like not only the bees, it is from bees, from I learned, and to all of you, you have each other in there. And you can be coaches to each other, as I saw in the bees. Cooperation, communication, reach to others. For me, Team Bees, we are now friends together. I told them, reach to me anytime, and it stays also for you as individuals in Uganda from this STEP program. 21 graduates, reach to each other, because that's your power, that's what you have in there, sharing, working as a team. Thank you very much. Back to you, Shiny.
Thanks, Peter. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. So we have the last coach, I believe so, Wolfgang.
Hello. Yeah, thanks so much. So my name starts with a W, as all of you know, in Uganda, like a wolf who is walking. So I'm today here the last coach who is allowed to talk to you. And first of all, I want to thank all of you from facilitators, as well as you, Shiny. Of course, you are or still are the real boss of the entire program. So I try to stick to the 3 minutes. I guess no of my coach colleagues has done this, so I just start to talk about the team. But first of all, I want to say one more comment because all other comments were done by my peers and coaches already. So I think the mix of the entire program, from the preparation, from the workshop itself, from the sharing of the experienced facilitators and the coaches, but as well with the experience of all the participants, I think this program was really, really worthwhile conducting and as well participating. So I'm very sure that I have learned more from the program that I could provide as added value to my team members. So thanks a lot to all of you in all directions, to my team, but as well to the coaches and the facilitators. And as Josh has said already, it's about lifelong learning. I couldn't subscribe this more. So I already teach my kids, listen, you go to school, you've got a lot of tests, but at the end you will learn until you're 75, 85, or perhaps become 100, the next generation, who knows, especially if there are such great people in the public health sector like in Uganda. So I would like to share very shortly my screen. Don't worry, it's not long. I just want to share one picture with you because I love this so much. When we were in Uganda in the workshop, hopefully you can see my screen. We've done a lot of exercises, and I like this picture so much. I've shown it a lot in Europe, and everybody was laughing, but not about you, but about me, trying to dance like the Africans. I mean, this must be a failure, right? So, but still, please believe me, I gave my best, and had so much fun with you guys beyond all the learnings and lectures. So thanks so much. It was really one of the best experience I could have in my life. So thanks a lot. But we not only had fun, but we as well have been working hard, right? We had to work hard because the program was so tough. So we had 4 lectures times 1.5 hours per day and sessions in the evenings. And there was a lot of exchange. It was really, really great, as well with tools and methodologies the great facilitators have shared with us, and we right away in exercises and breakout sessions had to apply very quickly, but to get the sense of these tools. And then the overall benefit of this program for you guys as managers in the future and present and future of the public health sector in Uganda is that you apply these tools and methodologies, right? And that you try to bring this into your transformational challenge. This was one of the biggest criteria we had for the entire program, and we coaches were asked intensively by the facilitators and Shiny that we are taking care for that, right? So be with us when we have been a bit strict, but this was our goal and the reasoning as well to fly over from Europe to and everywhere in the world to Uganda, what is a great effort as well regarding resources and time. So a few words to Christine. Christine, you've been indeed the heart of our team. You're such a nice person. You're so positive. Everybody feels how you take care for people, and with your efforts to improve the communication between the districts and many, I think 106 districts in Uganda with a central unit in public health, in the Ministry of Health. You are really, you drive it by heart. We feel that you're very open-minded. Still, you are very intelligent, and you're very, very willingly to learn. And I felt in every exercise how you try to apply them tools in the exercises, but as well then in the transformation challenge. And you are very modest, right? You are more an introvert person. At least this is how I got you to know. But this does not mean that you can go really full speed in with a transformation challenge. And lastly, you're very thorough, right? You're not having the huge vision and then you step out. No, you try to implement what you are thinking about. So it was really an honor to work with you, Christine. Please keep up the spirit. Then I come to my friend Paul. Paul, you are such a funny person. I had to laugh so much about your comments, about your ideas, about your contributions. But in the same time as well, you are in a similar way like Christine. You work in the same direction to try to improve the communication with parts of Uganda. And I think you're absolutely the right person for that, because you're such a great communicator. You are very great in connecting people, not only in our team. Within seconds, I felt very close to you, but as well to within your work, right? So you bring a lot of value to the entire communication in Uganda. Please keep this up. So you're so interactive. You're a great networker. You're exactly the kind of people we need, especially in big companies, like with you. People like you, we like to work together. Still, you like to learn as well, and again, you apply the tools and you try to bring this into UTC, and you've done this very well. So thanks so much as well for getting you to know, and good luck. I know as well, if I may share, you as well marrying, so all the best for your private future as well. Lastly, my friend Eric. Eric, you are such a structured person. I've hardly seen, perhaps except Peter here, but you're very smart, very intelligent. You are a very set up person. You have a very clear mind what you want to achieve, how you do it. You think it through. In the beginning, I thought, wow, is this guy quiet, so introvert? Is he connected, or does he think something else? But then, if you have opened up after a certain period of time, then there came a lot out of your brain. So it was like, oh, okay, now this guy is really set up, and you are a really great guy as well in Samasha. I guess you have to be, otherwise Moses catches you, right? So please keep your mind and your spirit, and you are as well very creative. You're very supportive as well to others. I felt that. Again, as well, you were very willingly as well to apply all the tools. So great. Great team, Ubuntu. Thanks so much that you as well work together with me and keep at the spirit. So thank you. Back to you.
Thanks.
Shani.
Thanks, Wolfgang. Thank you so much. I'll always be amazed how the name Ubuntu and your personality matches. So yeah, it's been an amazing journey. Thank you so much. So moving on, Shruti, if you can just share the screen. Yeah. So I thought, before we actually begin the graduation, let's take a trip down the memory lane. I'm sure we all remember we had this fun activity, the treasure quest, where we were supposed to look for certain things, and we thought, it would be great to have this trip down the memory lane. So this is a collage of, I believe, all the, sorry, Shruti, yeah. So it's a collage of all the photographs and the teams who contributed, who managed to get photographs of all the teams that was presented during, I believe, the 3rd or the 4th day of the workshop. So yeah, just a fun moment for all of us to smile at. So moving on now to the certification. Shruti, if you could, yeah, please share the, yeah, can you move on to the next slide, please? All right, great. So we're glad that Akelo Harriet could complete the STEP program, and we are proud to present the completion certificate. Her challenge was basically to promote timely reporting in the Department of Pharmaceutical and Natural Medicines. And despite Ebola outbreak, just like Peter mentioned, she was able to secure a sharp improvement in the reporting rates. So many congratulations, Harriet, on your achievement, and all the very best for the future. Moving on to Ambrose Jakira. So he has also successfully completed his transformation challenge, and his challenge was to basically develop a process for improving procurement and mitigate risk so as to minimize stockouts and expiries of essential medicines. He has been able to institutionalize the review process, and there has also been a reduction of stockout and expiries among anti-malarials and other therapeutic areas. So many congratulations, Ambrose, and all the very best for your future. Moving on to, sorry, just give me 1 second. Yeah. So Ian has also successfully completed the program, and his challenge was to improve patient access to life-saving medicines and reduce wastage through inventory management. The outcome, he has been able to mobilize all the stakeholders and improve the processes implemented He's also been successful in averting a stockout for a key medicine in the public health facility. So many congratulations, Ian, on behalf of all of us, and all the very best. Sorry, just give me, yeah. So Matthew's challenge was to reduce the customer order picking and packing related complaints at national medical stores. And he was able to identify the root cause of the problem, secure support, and remove barriers to implement and increase customer satisfaction. So many congratulations, Matthew, on completing the program, and all the very best. Coming on to Charles Wakida, his challenge was to improve the effectiveness of health worker immunization training in 6 districts by expanding the format to include all relevant personnel. And despite all the challenges, he has been able to maintain a powerful coalition in support of the implementation of his challenge. And his full implementation is likely to take place by January. So all the very best, Charles, and many congratulations on completing the program successfully. Ambrose Okello, his challenge was to improve ordering, forecasting, and reporting, like Rachel already mentioned, in the health facilities in the Apache district. And he has been able to improve the reporting and ordering timelines, as well as the health facilities are able to perform independently now. So many congratulations, Ambrose, and all the very best for your future. Moving on to Judith. Her challenge was to improve the data analysis for 5 tracer lab items and utilization of the report to inform stock availability. She has been able to successfully engage the stakeholders, and the reporting has improved from 75 to 95% analysis. Many congratulations, Judith, on the successful implementation, and all the very best. Moving on to Christine, her challenge was to improve the visibility of immunization supply chain key performance indicators by introducing one electronic system. And she has been able to successfully mobilize the stakeholders for successful implementation at both national and subnational levels. So many congratulations, Christine, and all the very best for your future. Francis Kidega, his challenge was to improve the pharmacovigilance reporting in his facilities. Even though he got married, which did take out some time, he's been able to make significant progress in terms of mobilizing the stakeholders, as well as planning a training with the Ministry of Health to ensure the sustainability of the new initiatives. So many congratulations, Francis, and all the very best. Moving on to Ronald Okello, his challenge was to improve the logistic management information system quality in the hospital. He has been able to make sure that the data management is maintained, and the key stakeholders as well as were mobilized for appropriate functioning of the logistics unit. So many congratulations, Ronald, and all the very best for your future. Sorry, just give me 1 second. Okay, Edwin. So Edwin has been able, his challenge was to improve the monthly HMIS reporting in Acholi sub-region to more than 75%. To date, the completeness has reached and is maintained at 100%. So many, many congratulations, Edwin, on your achievement, and all the very best for your future. Emmanuel Watongola, his challenge was to improve the stock status visibility of COVID-19 commodities and vaccines in order to enhance decision-making. He has been able to make sure that national stock status reports are prepared and are now accessible through online platforms. Many congratulations, Emmanuel, on your achievement, and all the very best for the future. Paul Sagiri, his challenge was to ensure the availability of data at the district level and timely access to information and to automate communication. He has been able to implement, although his challenge is still ongoing, and he will be able to see more success by the first quarter of 2023. But many congratulations, Paul, on successfully implementing the transformation challenge, and all the very best. Coming on to Brenda. Brenda's challenge was to support the UNEP staff to embrace digitization and ensure smooth and timely transition from manual processes. Brenda overcame a lot of challenges in getting users to use computers and ensuring sustainability of the initiative. So many congratulations, Brenda, on your achievement, and all the very best for the future. Mr. Moses, his challenge was to optimize the private sector supply chain of contraceptives by reducing price markups. He was able to mobilize a coalition to support his vision and created a commercial medical store, as well as the SOPs for the same. The new store will be piloted before scaling up the initiative. I know he's not here with us, but many congratulations to him. And his certificate will be sent to him on email. Pascal's challenge was to set up a private sector pillar to increase the sustainability of his organization as it distributes medical supplies to the public sector. The commercial entity that he envisioned is now fully operational. So many congratulations, Pascal, and all the very best on all the very best for the future. Eric Jabera, his challenge was to develop faster decision-making processes for emergency medicine distribution. And he has been able to achieve, I believe, some success, and his implementation is still ongoing. So many congratulations, Eric, for initiating and being able to implement the challenge, and all the very best. Oscar Opio, his challenge was to improve and keep RAS weekly reporting rate to 90% by December 2022. He has been able to reach 99% success rate in securing RAS weekly reporting rate. So congratulations, Oscar, and all the very best. Rachel Apio has, her challenge was to set up a standalone procurement or supply chain management team. And she has been able to set up and initiate the process, and new operating manuals have also been produced. Many congratulations, Rachel, on graduating, and all the very best. Joseph, Makava Joseph, his challenge was to optimize inventory management and delivery process of pharmaceuticals at his organization. He was able to design new strategies and tools, as well as ensure the delivery processes in lesser time. So many congratulations, Joseph, on your achievements, and all the very best. Derek Lubangane. His challenge was to reduce the out-of-stock period for some strategic products from an average of 30 days to less than 5 days. And he's been able to improve the data management in support of improved stock management. So many congratulations, Derek, on your achievement, and all the very best. Okay, so I believe we have certified all the participants from the STEP workshop, and I would like each of the team members, one from each team, to actually share their collective feedback on STEP. Starting with Team Bridge, I believe, Joseph, if you can just unmute yourself and share your thoughts. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you. I would like to appreciate everyone who is attending this function. To begin with, I must say that I'm very appreciative to the designers of this program, through Gavi and Kevin. I cannot appreciate you so much. But then also in the same vein, I would like to appreciate the implementers, Empower School of Health, the IFPW Foundation, for assembling a team of experts from all different professions, and then also from across the world to come and share with us their experiences, both virtually and then also physically. I cannot forget the partners, that is the people that deliver, Johnson & Johnson, MSD, and then also any other groups that come in, the likes of the Global Fund, the likes of USAID. I really appreciate them. I would like to indicate that this program was really invigorating. It tickled our subconscious mind. The concepts that were shared, to some of us, were a bit newer, so they challenged us to out-improve ourselves. And coming back to the challenges, I would like to highlight that the challenges that we selected were actually geared towards addressing the challenges or the problems that we are facing in our organizations or in our community. Maybe just to pull out like only two that Shiny mentioned. When you look at the one of Emmanuel, you look at the one of Okello, you look at the one of Judith, all of them, we are actually addressing challenges in our workplaces. Maybe before I conclude, I would like to say that this opportunity was actually golden to most of us. And I would like to say that we are open to such more opportunities and even collaborations, since we have been equipped with the skills and then also the kind of knowledge that is needed to solve the challenges. As I wind up, I would like to also add on what my four speakers have said, that congratulations to my dear colleagues who have been able to reach this far. And I would like to say this is not the end, rather it's actually the beginning to solving actually even bigger problems. I'll stop there and actually wish everyone a nice session. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Joseph, for the words, and many congratulations to you and your entire team who have graduated. Moving on to Harriet, if you can, from Team Bs, if you can unmute yourself.
Well, thank you very much. I also want to join the other team for thanking the whole crew who have organized this program. Personally, I think I've learned a lot, and as a team, I think we've done very well. Of course, there are key issues that I think I can recognize and appreciate from our team. Number one, this program has really helped us a lot. When you look at what, for example, our team has presented, they clearly highlight things that can address our supply chain system. On top of that, this program has given us opportunity to learn and share experience. I think we have learned from within the country and out of the country, which is a very good thing. But also one of the things that I want to appreciate is that in this program, realize that even within your own sector, there is a lot to learn. And I think personally, for me, this has really helped me in this Ebola response, which usually is very, very, very hectic. And I think this program already, I had to put it in good use. But of course, on top of that, I think there is a lot that we can remember. I think there was a lot of fun, a lot of new friends, as already some people have said. We can't appreciate more our coach, Peter. He was very persistent. And despite also all the many excuses, he was there to guide us throughout and be patient with us. And I think this has also made us learn a lot, that during even the challenge, you will meet similar situations that you need to be persistent and you'll be able to achieve. What I think should be done differently, maybe in the next challenge, could be during the development of the transformational challenge before the workshop, it will be good if we get some feedback, because when I try to look at some of our challenges, some of them were like sort of system challenge, which could not be addressed by an individual, and teams had to review their program. So if you could get feedback, I think that would be excellent. But aside from that, on behalf of Team Bs and our colleagues, I want to, first of all, congratulate the team and also thank all our coaches and all the mentors who are there for us throughout this process. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Harriet. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. Up next is Okello Ambrose from Team Beyond Supply Chain Solutions. Ambrose, if you can unmute yourself. Yeah.
Yes, thank you so much. I would like to appreciate the entire the organizer of this program, the School of Empower, people that delivered, all the partners that put in their resources to ensure that we, as Ugandans, were able to take through the step and achieve our mission, our expectation in regards to leadership and improving supply chain across our regions, our districts, and as a country as a whole. Big thanks goes to all our coaches from different groups. I'd like to appreciate you guys for the great insight, the experience you share with us from time to time. Above all, my coach or our coach, that is Rachel Key. Really, we appreciate you for the engagement that you have been making with us time and again. And also back to our team as Beyond Supply Chain Solution for the great work that we have done. We have moved together as a family. And as to now, we are still continue sharing the ideas how to continue using the steps experience to address more of the challenges in our work areas and also cascades the experience, the ideas to other areas, to our colleagues. This has really been so nice for me and for us as a country. I'm really so glad. Based on the experience, the knowledge that we acquired, this has been so great for us. I think this is has been a so wonderful moment for us as a team or as participants to share the ideas, interact with one another. This is really very great. And also like to appreciate Dr. Shani Shote for always being with us, reminding us time and again, and for all these great moments. I will also say congratulations to you all. You have made us achieve this, and I hope we shall continue working together as a team to achieve more and more. I know we shall continue consulting one another to give us a better insight on how to address the upcoming challenges. Thank you.
Thanks, Ambrose. Thank you so much. And many congratulations to Team Beyond Supply Chain Solutions as well as Team Bees for graduating. Next up is Eric from Team Ubuntu. Eric, can you please unmute yourself?
Good afternoon to you all. Just confirm you can hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. I just want to first congratulate the graduates. I think, you know, when you're a student and you go through such an experience, it started out quite slow, personality tests and all the interesting stuff. And then it got harder when we had to send those reports to our facilitators, our coaches. So, but those of us who have persevered, so big congratulations to you all. I want to just share my 2 or 3 nuggets of learning that I picked from this course. One was that we need to be uncomfortable when things are stagnant, and that's a message that came throughout. That if we are going to be leaders, we need to be the ones to lead the change. It is easy to keep on doing what we are doing, but whenever you step out of the comfort zone to lead the change, then that is what is really going to cause transformation in the work that we do. And I really appreciated that. And the model that we picked up in this course, the quotas model, was very useful for that thinking. The second kind of nugget that I picked from this course is that, you know, there's a process to everything. There were experiences that were shared during the workshop, but one of those that stood out for me was that, you know, we tend to identify a problem and then go towards painting a solution to that problem. And when in the course we're told that you need to take a step back and do a root cause analysis. And I found that this is something that I often did. And no surprise that sometimes we do get it wrong when we eventually get to the end. So I think it was very instrumental for me to learn how to do a root cause analysis, and eventually approaches like the SCORE model really helped me ground a couple of things for the work that we are doing. I want to just end by saying thank you very much to Wolfgang for leading us as the Ubuntu team. Thanks to my colleagues on the Ubuntu team. We've not had a chance to do our closing song for the guys to learn and do a better job next time. So we hope that the recordings are there for the guys to learn. Special thanks to the facilitators. I think you guys were fantastic. I wish the next step class can have a lot more interaction with you guys. It's really been fantastic, and I look forward to many more years of growth within the Step 2 program. Thank you, and over to you, Shane.
Thanks, Eric. Thank you so much. Next up is Rachel. Rachel, if you can unmute yourself and share your thoughts.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, that is good. Thank you so much for organizing this wonderful program. Personally, I felt so privileged to be selected, and I'm grateful for that. Thank you for all the sponsors, the coaches, the facilitators, and all other partners that contributed to it. So, and I thank you for having personal interest in us, because there's one thing coming to train as a duty, but personally, I felt personal interest from all of you, and especially our coach, Jedida. Thank you so much. And what are my learnings from this course? One thing, I thought that one can have only one leadership style, but what I appreciate is that you can use all of them. Actually, this morning I used one that I thought was a bad one, the direct one, because something had to be handled in my team. So I thank you for that learning. The other learning I had was about communication. Who communicates and how matters in a transformational, in change management. And that was a plus for me. And I thank you all. I thank you, our team butterflies. Thank you for asking me those questions at the time when I thought that my challenge was so easy. They asked me 2 or 3 questions, and I'm like, oh, this is more than just getting the structure there. There's a lot more work to be done, and I continue to do more work on it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rachel, and congratulations to Team Butterflies and Team Ubuntu as well for all those who are graduating today. Up next is Matthew from Team Light. Matthew, are you there?
I'm not sure if Matthew can talk right now, as he's also attending work-related meetings, but maybe I can jump in and want to share something on Matthew's behalf. And Matthew shared with me something that made me really proud, and for sure it will all of you. After the workshop that we all attended and getting back to work after his accident and so on, he started to work on this challenge. His colleagues asked him, Matthew, what has changed? You're so different. Where do you get those ideas from? And he told from the STEP program. Yeah, now everybody's excited to join the next STEP class. Yeah, and I think this is testimony enough how much impact this course have. And let's remind ourselves, yes, one challenge is completed. There will be many more coming our ways. Yeah, and I think all of us have to realize that the transformation challenge that you have accomplished was just a learning vehicle. Yeah, was a learning vehicle for us to think differently, work differently, and continue to apply those concepts and have an impact at our workplace, but also in the world. Yeah. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Jan. Thank you for conveying that on behalf of Team Light. So we're moving on to the closing of the ceremony. And firstly, let me congratulate everybody, all of those who are present here, particularly the graduates, as well as their coaches who can witness their team getting graduated today. So Henry, I would like to give you the floor to share your closing remarks. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Shiny. Thank you to each and every one of you for excellent presentation, which were a tribute to the quality of the program in which we all participated. I would like to single out two people, and you will certainly agree with me, to give a warm, heartfelt round of thanks to Kevin. Kevin is the one who authored basically the whole program with input, of course, from many different organizations. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank him for a powerful content, a powerful sequence of events throughout the 5-6 months of the program, and a great opportunity to all of us, including the facilitators we learned alongside with you, for such insightful opportunity to reflect on our own style of leadership and learn new things. So personally, in spite of my experience, I've learned a lot from what Kevin brought to the table. And a very special thanks to George from IFPW, quiet, insightful, great influencer, a lot of potency to his presence and to his comments. So unfortunately, they could not stay with us to the end, but I'm sure you all agree with me to give them a warm round of applause to all of them. And of course, it has been a distinct pleasure to work with my colleague Daljit, whom I thank for his insightful comments about his own experience at the top echelons of various private sector organizations in India and around the world. So thank you for that as well. And of course, there's no way we could finish without thanking Shiny. Shiny has done a superb job leading this project from beginning to end, interacting with each one of you individually. And Shruti, who has been diligently working at her side discreetly, but quite effectively, so we want to thank her as well. All of this was a new experience for Empower, for me personally, for all of us. We have learned a lot that can be used for future editions of STEP. So I would like to thank again, not only my fellow faculty members, the 6 coaches who did a superb job in bringing a lot of energy into the process of helping the participants grow to become better leaders and articulate the transformation challenges into success, which they did. So thank you to all of you, and very best wishes for the future. There's no question in our minds that you will be very successful with. Already you were leaders before you came into the program, but you are equipped with more skills, more tools. So hopefully soon we will hear very positive things about you as we continue traveling the world and maybe coming back to Uganda one of these days. So thank you very much, and over to you, Shiny.
Thank you so much, Henry. I would just like to add that, of course, a big thank you to our partner, the IFPW Foundation, for extending their support and for helping us implement this program. So a big thank you to Chris and George. I know they are not here, but this would be incomplete. The closing ceremony would be incomplete without thanking them. Also, a big thank you to people that deliver. So Dominique and her team for actually helping us, through every step of this journey, including the certification including the certificate that was, basically prepared or developed by them. Thank you so much to the Ministry of Health and Dr. Kyabainze for taking out time from your schedule and for attending this event and sharing valuable insights. Henry and Daljit sir, this wouldn't have been possible without you. So a big thank you for being so patient with all of us, being very kind with your wisdom and for sharing your experience and expertise. The 5 days workshop it's etched in our minds. We won't forget it, I think, all our lives. So thank you so much for that wonderful experience. Coaches, thank you again for all the time and energy that you have invested in your team. So Barry, Jan, Jedida, Peter, Rachel, and Wolfgang, your persistence and your constant support has really helped your team to achieve what they have and what they intended to. So many congratulations to you and your team. To all the participants, again, a big thank you, as well as their organizations who actually considered it important to invest their resources, so which includes the Ministry of Health, the National Medical Stores, MSH, PATH, Samasha Foundation, PACE, Wide Spectrum Enterprises, Baylor College of Medicine. Forgive me if I've forgotten any, but all the organizations that have actually invested their resources by allowing your team members to participate in the program. Last but not the least, the team of Empower for putting this up together. Shruti, it would not have been possible without you to actually implement this. So a big thank you to you. I cannot thank you enough, for taking care of all of it at the back end, and the tech team as well. So thank you so much. Henry, I know you were about to say something.
That
so
was my point, actually. That's why I raised my hand. The tech team, I meant to mention them, so thank you for doing so. We have never seen them, but you will agree with me, they've been quite effective. So thank you to all of them. You can convey that to them, Shiny.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. Once again, thank you to all and heartiest congratulations to all of you on your achievement. Well done. And we'll keep in touch. This is a community of practice now. We don't want to stop communicating with each other. We hope to keep in touch with all of you and maintain this community of practice. So thank you so much, everyone. Take care. Have a great weekend.
Shiny, here I would just like to take 10 seconds of yours, just because you gave me the credit, too much credit you gave me. But I really want to thank you for your continuous guidance and support. She has been like guiding me overall throughout the project. So because of her, I've been able to, manage all the things. So a really big thanks. I'm learning a lot from you. You're a fantastic manager I've came across. So yeah, thanks. A big thanks to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Take care. Have a nice day. Have a nice
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.